Hi everyone, welcome back to Napoleon Total War. Here we are, early October 1808, and things are going okay. Yeah, things not too bad. We're slowly tightening our grip on Europe. As you can see, our reach now extends all the way down to the tip of Spain. Obviously, Portugal are allies, so we haven't. There's no need to take their territory. We've got the Balearic Isles here, so, in a couple of hundred years' time, all, 18, 19-year-old British kids can fly down to Ibiza, Minorca, Mallorca, get sick, dance, drink too much. Yep, perfect. That legacy has been preserved. Don't worry, boys and girls. Oh, dear. Anyway, so, there's some fleeting scarred memories from my past there. We've also now, since recent times, captured Marseille. We've also captured Corsica. Last time out, we captured Torino, and we've got Milan under siege, and we've got an army marching up to Venice to. Is that? No, Napoleon's over in Stuttgart, isn't he? So there's another high-starred general here in Venice, holding the town. The plan is to obviously try and capture Venice and Milan today, and from there that will force France back to Stuttgart, which is under huge pressure from the Prussians, and we've got Vienna here, which obviously France has captured from Austria. So we might, once we've secured Venice and Milan, push on to Vienna, and then that leaves France with nothing but Stuttgart, which they may lose in short term to Prussia anyway. Switzerland, we're at war with them because we needed to cross their country and they wouldn't allow us military access, so war was the only outcome for our impatience, so that's where we are currently. I believe Napoleon is still in Stuttgart. Let's get to army, that'll be better. Yeah, there's Napoleon. He's only got 9. Oh god, his troops are smashed. He's only got 9 bodyguards, 15 cavalry, 7, so half his artillery unit. So that's probably 1.5 guns, maybe 2 guns firing, and 60 line troops. Oof, that's not good. Luzerne is also being captured by Michael Stahl. He's just regrouping with his men, and he may make a push for Stuttgart in the coming days. So yeah, it's all on, but obviously we've got Milan under siege, and I think, do we have the fleet? I think the fleet is maybe sailing around here to hit this small French fleet that's in port here. It's probably not going to be much, knowing how far the struggles of France are and how tight their budget is. They are probably merchant ships or maybe a small sloop or something. So sending this navy here with its first-rate line ships is probably going to be overkill, but that's fine. Of course, just touching on the actual victory conditions is to take Hanover and also to take Denmark. We are holding off that for the moment because I don't want to kick off fights with too many people at once. Denmark are friendly and allied with pretty much every nation on the map, which would make it a challenge, and Prussia are an incredibly powerful nation at the moment. So yeah, we got to be a little bit careful with how we approach the next few turns. And in late October 1808, intellectual advance, abolition of slavery. The abolition of slavery removes the right of one man to own another, and outlaws any trade in humans being as property. The slave trade is hugely profitable for those who engage in it. The morality and necessity of slave owning, however, are disputed. Abolition of the trade has its roots in religious feelings and in radical Enlightenment thought, but its effects are clear: a cessation of trade taking, transportation, and exploitation. The historical abolition was far from universally popular. William Wilberforce, 1759 to 1833, the MP for Kingston upon Hull in Yorkshire, campaigned for many years in the face of bitter opposition from mercantile interests. His eventual success only outlawed slavery in British possessions and British involvement in the foreign trade. The Royal Navy acted as a world policeman, attempting to stop the African trade at source. Oddly, English judges had already decided that slaves could become free by stepping onto English soil by 1772. Wilberforce's work was the start of the process that continued even today with attempts to stop people trafficking. There we go. Yes. West African Squadron, I believe the Royal Navy was called. So there we go. New technology under research now is carcass shot. Happy days. I've been calling canister shot carcass shot for so long, that would be nice to have that unlocked. Buildings constructed. Oxford, as requested, is now a classical university. We've got a logging camp in Basel, and we've got some cobble roads in Edinburgh. A new nation arises. Bavaria. Boom. So, that is... well, it's probably ripe for the plucking, really, isn't it? A new region right there. Get the Bavarian nation and seize control. We got a new unit of foot deployed in Switzerland. Good. Right, so how's things going over here? Let's have a look. Milan. They're down to only a handful of troops now. 391. They still won't surrender. And I think potentially we've got some... oh, there's not much in the way of reinforcements coming. But we do have... this is George de Dreyberg's army, and he's marching on Venice.
Rats in a cage.
Rats in a cage. Here we have Antoine Charles Lassalle with his general staff, and he's got some militia, he's got fusiliers of the line, and lots of armed citizens. Again, he won't surrender. Why won't you surrender? Let's continue the assault. So let's continue the siege there. Weaken their numbers. Just make it an absolute rout. That's what we want to do, really. We don't want armies leaving the area and being able to head back to Napoleon and reinforce his position. Try and string them out. We've got time on our side. They don't. I am tempted to go ahead with the attack on Milan, but I'm going to give it one more turn. Actually, 3 more turns and that'll be ours anyway, but it's a case of will we have to do any fighting if they send any troops to reinforce. Down here in Marseille, how is Marseille generally? Oh, not too bad. The happiness is quite high, which I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah. We could get a Grand Opera House, we could get a drill school, or we can get a court of justice. Now, let's have a look at actually our research. We've got a military academy. I swear we've got a military academy being built somewhere. I thought it was... we've got a drill school there. Was it Bordeaux? No. Why the heck were we building it? We could have one there. Court of Appeals. Well, maybe it's over here. No, that's a drill school. Military Academy, we can have it there. That'll be cheaper. That'll be 600 thing cheaper. So let's do it there. We'll get... no, we can't, because we need conscript infantry tactics, which are under research. That's why we haven't got it. I knew we'd done something to get it. So Oxford is researching that. In 3 more turns we'll be able to build that, then we'll be able to get our rifles, and then we'll be able to get the 95th sharpshooters. Finally. That'll be a treat, won't it? So we'll do that in Paris because it's cheaper there. It was 600 down in Spain. So we'll do it up here in Paris. It'll be a lot cheaper. How's Khan doing? Ooh, government industrialization. They probably do need a court of justice because that'll bring in 3% repression to the region. So let's bring that in. How they're doing for a garrison? They've got 3 units of I was giving him a road as well. Spending all my money on Khan at the moment and gives them more troops. Just to hold them in check. Good. Let's actually have a look. How's the rest of the nation going? UC Sturpin, still in charge. Our prestige rank is majestic. I like that. Prosperity is spectacular. We're at war with the Ottoman Empire, France, Swiss, and the Papal States. Oh, okay, fine. The Pope hates us. Never mind. Much of France is now not so keen. Isn't it funny? The abolition of slavery, and then much of France is not very happy now. So obviously, all those traders are losing cash, which is they're not particularly thrilled about. Ivory is again back up. Oh no, sugar. Sugar is the top earner, and we don't have any blooming sugar, do we? No, I don't think we're trading in any sugar, so that's not good. Up here, we've got the Batavian Empire, i.e. Holland. It looks like they're going to have a little poke at the Prussian Empire in Flanders and see how they get on there. Over here in Reims, we've got Wellesley sitting pretty with his troops. We can slowly start to... It's a lot of fencibles, so we can slowly start to build up a proper force. And so he can march on to wherever we need him to. Over here in Paris, obviously we've got a lot of good troops and stuff that we can do, and we've got some dragoons, heavy dragoons, guarding that base nicely with some German foot. Very nice indeed. Over here, how's Switzerland doing? They're doing okay. We probably need to get some fencibles trained here, as basically a garrison when the army moves out. A lumber mill. That will add, oh, okay, another 75 monies to the area, 6% cheaper naval recruitment, and 12% cost of construction buildings in this region. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. It's not too bad for 1600. It's relatively cheap. Upgrade. Torino, they've got some upgrades going on. That's nice. Happy for them. Yeah, how is Bordeaux doing? Okay in general. Nothing too much to worry about. Can't really afford any upgrades. And Toulouse, ooh, they could probably... Industrialisation is not very popular. People in government, not particularly popular. I.e. English people in government, not very popular in France. Tax burden. Okay. Bloody French and their taxes. We'll just get another unit of troops there just to kind of bolster the garrison. Down here in Barcelona, they're just looking very calm and tranquil, and everything looks great actually, which is good. Quick spin down to Madrid. What's this? Clamour for reform. That might be the slavery abolition. All's looking quite good here. Yeah, okay. Spain is surprisingly stable. Happy days. Okay, I don't have to worry too much about that. Good. So that means we can concentrate really on where we need to. And that is down here in, well, northern Italy, really. So Papal States are now at war with us. That's interesting. We fancy taking Rome? Is Naples? No, they're under the Kingdom of Naples. Okay. So Naples friendly, but Rome is not. Okay. We might. There's a lot of troops there, and attacking the Papal States could upset a lot of the other Catholic nations. Although we've probably wiped out two of the biggest, haven't we? Spain and France are the two biggest Catholic nations at this time, so maybe we don't have to worry about that. But we'll give these guys another turn to see if they can whittle the numbers down before we make our attacks. And in late October 1808, we're not done yet, Prussia has come to us. Frederick Wilhelm III has asked us to join the war against Bavaria. It's a single nation state, so there's not going to be too much to worry about. They'll pay us 800 and... Oh, no, hang on. They demand £860, but they offer us to give us carcass shot in return. Well, we just started researching carcass shot, so... Oh, what the hell, they are friends, and we want to keep them friendly for now, so sure. Your decision, good sir, is a sensible one. Agreement will bring great benefits to all. Yeah, I'm sure they will. And before the end, the Swiss army have decided to attack. The Swiss army will deploy first with 391 men before they lost any more. It's going to be an absolute slaughter against 1,400 men. And here we are. There's the Swiss army over there. You can see there's a bit of a bumpy old line here, but we've got some high ground. So let's stick the cannons on the high ground. Hang on, is this where we fought the battle last time? I think it is, isn't it? Yeah. When they first sallied out. Fine, so we'll deploy it as we did last time. We'll put all cannon there this time. There we go. Oh, hang on. That's not quite right. Better. Right. We can stick some horse. We'll stick it out here where it's nice and safe. Okay, we've got another cavalry unit. Pop them there. Over here, we've got our troops. Let's get them out of the way for the moment. Actually, we'll deploy them there. That's fine, actually. Now, they do have some cavalry, don't they? But literally only a handful. Yeah. The rest are just troops. So what we'll do, we'll put these trenches in. So this just protects our troops from musket balls and stuff. It won't stop the cavalry charging over it, but honestly, that's not going to be too much of a worry. These guys can form the square anyway, so I say build trenches. They actually build themselves a little rebutment, so they're protected behind it. General staff. We'll put the general behind the guns, and I guess we'll just march line the army up over that little hillock again. Love that. Right, who have we got here? These are all lines of foot, so might as well do that. We've got two cavalry units stick on the wing. I doubt they're going to go that wide, and these two are two fencibles, which I'll put down here, and they can actually have, because they can't form square, they can have the little, whatever you call this little picket fence, or this little spike fence trap thing. What I might just do is grab two of those and stick them over here as well. So you got a high ridge here, we can hold that high ridge. They should be good and groovy. Right, happy with that, let's start the battle. Cannons, you may open fire. Okay, the artillery is just making mincemeat of them. The general's gone, as you can see. Managed to kill him quite quickly. And then these guys are just marching. Obviously, they're doing a reasonably clever tactic of marching for the wood and hoping that the trees will give them a little bit of protection. But, yeah. That's nothing like the force of a cannon to keep an army away. That they're just absolutely whittling them down. See the four troops getting massacred. They're still bravely marching on, but how long will they continue this? I don't know. We can start looking to bring the cavalry wide and available to swoop in. I suppose I could move these troops, probably more than that. Bring them over there, just to sweep them up when they start to run. Bring the cavalry up there. It's only a matter of time before this goes. Let's bring the general over here so we can see what's going on. Give everyone a bit of a lift, not that they need it. This is going to be very one-sided. Obviously they're picking our weakest flank, which you would expect them to do, and kind of the reason we wanted to draw them out here, because that's right next to our artillery. And our artillery can do a barrage to switch to cannons to shot. They're almost in range. Oof, God, that looks terrifying. Okay, they're running, unsurprisingly, but I think they'll regroup, so we'll leave them for the moment. These guns are tracking these guys over here, which is good. Okay, and they're making the moves up there. They're running for the moment. Are they running? Or are they concerned? Yes, they've regrouped. They've regrouped. As I thought they would. Oh my goodness me. The cannons just absolutely obliterating these poor chaps. Alright, these have decided to engage. Quickly drop back so we can get a better angle to get 3 units engaged against the 1. Right, artillery, I think we're going to have to ask you to hold fire for the moment. And we'll send the cavalry in to mop them up. Continue. I know we're after a charge. Charge. Might as well let the horses get a bit of exercise.
Shall defeat us.
None shall defeat us, and it was always going to be a one-sided affair. Alfred Dannenberg thought he did his duty and charged. All but 30 of his men were killed. George Alcott, 1402. We lost 7 troops. All else were okay. So Milan is just about hanging on now after the loss of their general. Construction work for that turn is Court of Justice in Torino and lumber mill in Limoges. Troops deployed around the Empire, and Sir Percy Blakeney, spy, is a good listener, +1 to subterfuge and infiltration for missions, skill increase, and George Alcott, general, corporal in gold braid, +1 to command when leading infantry, and +1 to morale in battles, which is good. So, early November 1808. Let's have a look. How's Milan? Well, they've got 30 troops defending that town. And they will still... Hang on, I killed you. Oh, Karl Lippmann. Somebody else has just picked up the hat and taken control. Okay, and declared himself a general. Well... Oh, let's just let's get it over with now. There's only 40 odd men, 42 men. So here we are then, outside the town. Now our favourite position, which I don't know where it was. Was it over? I don't know where the previous deployment position was, but it's not here. But this will do. This is fine. So they're going to deploy somewhere over there. If we get the guns, let's find some high ground. High ground over here. That's probably the best bit of land we've got. Stick the guns up here. Really, it could be just a cavalry charge. That's maybe all we need. If I group the cavalry together, maybe on this flank here, I'm thinking, yeah, one big cavalry charge will probably do it for us. Shove them over there, so everyone's out of the way and safe. Good. Deploy. Cannons, do your business. Here are the meagre forces left. These brave band of 24 men been sent forward. I mean, they're probably thinking, honestly, what is the point? What is the point of us turning up today? We're not going to make any difference. We've got the general, the newly appointed general, sitting here. Oh look, he's going out in his finery. Look at that. Oh, is this the general here? This might be the general. This is his decoy, is it? Put somebody in a very brightly coloured vest. That'll draw the attention to fire. Good thinking.
We have killed their general, sir. Now they must break.
There we go. Lippmann didn't last long. Hold fire. Let them come on and then we'll give them a barrage when they get close to us. That'll probably make them break. Okay, there they are, emerging from the wood. Are they in range of carcass shot? They are. Let them march on a little bit more. Wow. That was brutal. That was brutal. So, the enemy forces of Karl Lippmann have been destroyed. Utterly, completely destroyed. And Milan falls under our rule. Now, we can capture the settlement and take it peacefully. Predicted wealth will be 1131. Peaceful occupation will result in minor damage to military buildings within the settlement. We could loot it and we'd get £30,000 from it. But obviously it would be then a disaster to manage it for the next 5 to 10 years. Or we could actually grant them independence. Italy, Milan. Liberation will give rise to a new protectorate in the region, loyal to your nation whilst diplomatic relations are strong. Resources permitting, our force of conscripts will be granted to the liberating army on behalf of the new protectorate. Do we want to give them protection? Do we want a protectorate and grant a new... I'm tempted because we haven't done it before. But then we won't have... we won't earn money from it. So I'm going to peacefully occupy. I'm all about filling the bank. That's all I'm about, I'm afraid. I lack some creativity sometimes. Just put money in the bank. Put money in the bank. Save it for a rainy day. That's me. Right, trait gained. Attacking General George Olcott. +1 to command when attacking on land. Excellent. A new region captured, Northern Italy. Fantastico. Right, let's have a look at Milan. Let's repair the barracks. What have we got there? Court of Appeals. This would be +3 to repression in the region. 20% bonus to tax. Recruitment capacity. And enables research of dialects and semaphores. How much is that, by the way? 6,000. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. It's going to be our centre of great learning and development. Perfect. And that unlocks technology we can research, which is more interest. So obviously, the 7-4 lines was a way of communicating down the coast, wasn't it? Sending signals down there to quickly, like fire beacons and stuff like that. And Gondor calling for aid and all that good stuff. Okay, so where are we with research? We've got a couple of areas now, or a couple of colleges, which are not actually doing anything because they haven't got anything to research. So that was probably good. So we can unlock those to get those researching. We need to get a steam-powered factory. Or do we need something first? And we've got some technologies to research then, so yes. Next we need to upgrade a factory to steam power. We've got the engine and everything. This is going to be unlocked. We've got 2 turns we'll be able to build a military academy and get those created. What do we need now? We've got the trade unions built, so we can build a court of appeals, which we've just done, which will unlock those technologies, and then we need to get the dialects done, which we can unlock the Supreme Court, and that'll do passports and national propaganda. Okay, we also need to do general staff, so we can get a staffing college, and that will allow rockets, percussion cap, rifle cannons, and iron plating. Cool. Right. We have our tasks. Do we have any factories that need upgrading? Of course we do. Do we have the money to do it? No, probably not. What do we got here? We've got steam-powered factory being built in 8 turns. Perfect. We've already got that on the road to being unlocked. Good stuff. I'm very keen to try and unlock all technology if we can, so we can get the best technology and absolutely trounce the Prussians. Meanwhile, oh hello, we've got a an Austrian unit have just kind of blundered into our siege, going, "Oh hello there, could you give us directions to?" I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know. They're allied with us, so who knows? Right, what we got going on here? 1,300 against 15. They don't want to give up. Oh, look, the Austrians will come and support us if we attack. But so they got a unit of horse. So we're going to continue that siege, though. It seems to be going well. On no particular rush now that we've got Milan to do anything too exciting at this stage. So we've got George Olcott's army there. We got George Dreyberg's army there. Michael Stoll is up here, isn't he? Here's Stoll's army, yeah. They're doing grand. Right, can we march on to Stuttgart? I think we can, you know. Michael? How is they might kick off a little bit. We can always go tax exempt, can't we? Let's get Michael Stoll to march his troops up here. We'll pop those in there. Yeah, they need a little bit more help. We'll get a couple more troops in there. And Michael, you march on, and you're going to attack Napoleon, one of his remaining towns. Yes. Set the orders. He knows where he's going. Excellent. So we're going to have a showdown with Napoleon once again very soon. But I'm sure Michael Stoll, he's the guy. He's the guy who's got the wherewithal to get that done. Meantime, down here in Corsica, things are going great. We've got a Court of Justice being built, and all things look well. Okay. And we've got an opportunity to intercept this Swiss army, which is rushing to the aid of Napoleon in Stuttgart. You can see the Prussians have just snuck in before Michael Stoll can get in there. Gebhard von Blücher, the devil, and he's got some militia, some musketeers, and some fusiliers, and some artillery, and some dragoons, and some lancers. He's looking like a formidable force. There's currently 2 line infantry units of Swiss marching up there to... So who's this Johann Richter? Napoleon has actually pulled the blinder out and has got some troops from somewhere. So these guys is this... No, there's only 2 units. So this army is these 2 guys. So who are these guys? Maybe they're just off and I can't see them? Now, do I want to give an... Oh, they're back there behind the Prussians. Sorry, I didn't see them there. So this guy is there. So the Swiss have come to help Napoleon out. Now, in a very devious... I should come in and help my Prussian ally here. But I want Stuttgart myself. So I'm just going to say, oh, we got delayed. And we will not accept this intercept. And we will just see how the Swiss-Franco alliance deals with these Prussians. Oh, they defeated them. The door is open. The door is open. So, in late November 1808, excitement happening around Stuttgart. Now, an agent has been recruited. Matthew Bolton, gentleman in Brittany. Ooh. Now, where is the closest university to you, Matthew? Oh, Florence is on fire, apparently. Brilliant. Oxford... Where the heck is that one? Semelenka. Sounds Spanish, doesn't it? Orleans, that's got to be the one, isn't it? Where's Orleans? Here somewhere. Yes, right. Good stuff. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you're not actually in the town, you're there. Let's send you down to Orleans. Let's go to Florence and get that under repair. Oh, look, the Pope has declared war on us. Brilliant. The good thing is, currently, that we don't have anything to research, so having that absent is not the worst thing in the world, but we'll come to that in a minute. So welcome, Matthew. Meantime, buildings constructed. Glasgow has a commercial port and a banking house in Nice. Enemy raid in Florence. Yeah, we're aware of that one. Workers on strike in Switzerland. Oh, bloody hell. Why are they on strike? Obviously, they're not happy because we've only got... Well, we've got the troops coming in now, so hopefully that'll get them back in. Let's get them tax exempt for the moment. That'll hopefully get them back up and working until we can build up a garrison to keep them in line. 2 Swiss units deployed. We've got a 50-gun 4th rate deployed in the English Channel. And some troops deployed as well. Michael Stoll had his path blocked, as we know. Enemy raid. That's the bloody Pope again. Switzerland workers on strike. Okay, good. Right, we know all the... We're up to date with the latest gossip and news. So, we might need to use the army in Milan to sort of go and say hello to the Pope, because he's giving us a bit of pain in the backside now. Venice is under siege, as we know. Lots going on up here with Napoleon and this. Now, if we attack, hopefully our Prussian allies will not pull the same trick and they'll come to our aid.
Get ready for battle. Commence siege.
Right, so we got 1662. Yes, the Prussians! God bless them. They're obviously an honest, decent folk, unlike us British. They will come to our aid, and we've got some Swiss troops there. So 1700 and oh crikey! Actually, they're going to outnumber us, but the quality of our troops are better, and we've got artillery. They've only got 1 artillery piece. Although they do have a lot of cavalry, and we have a lot of fencibles. Should we try and hold siege? Well, let's try and continue the siege. We'll siege them and see what the Swiss do. Because they'll attack us, but then we can do that from a defensive point of view. And if they attack us, we can set out those little spiky fences to stop their cavalry hitting my fencibles with impunity. So, meantime, there's a French army that's coming round the rear. So it's now going to be 1,900 troops against our 1,500 troops. But they've only got 1 cannon. So before they can fully get into speed, let's attack. Okay, here we are. Here's our troops, and oh, the French are deployed. Quite close. What do we got here? We've got 1st and 2nd Regiment of Foot, another 1st Regiment Militia, armed citizens, the general, Citizens, citizens, citizens. Okay, so the stronger troops are over this side. Okay, okay. Do we have any... Oh, it's quite flat terrain here. Oh, we've got a bit of a bump here. So I can see why they've deployed some of the guns there. That's good. Obviously, we've got these guys coming here, so they've put some guns on this bit of high ground. That's not bad, actually. Let's actually go forward a bit. I don't want the cannons behind the gun. Behind the tree, sorry. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Move out.
Artillery
Let's put
reporting.
the artillery there.
Orders. Yes, sir.
Got a couple of units of cavalry. Let's pop them over. Oh, we can actually come over to this flank. Do we have any light infantry? We do. Pop them in there.
Yes, sir.
And somebody has said, toggle, put them into light infantry behaviour. There we go. And they can stay in that woodland and sort of harass them as they come close to them. Yes. Got to mention in the comments last time, and you're absolutely right. So, we're also going to have some reinforcements coming, but probably from behind them. So let's get those guns deployed and push forward.
Yes, sir.
Go night. Can't quite get it how I want it.
Light horse artillery. Cannon ready, sir.
There's a bloody fence there, that's why. Got horse. We'll put that on the high ground. Oh, we can put the cannons up here, but they might be too far away to make any effective use of them. I want a few more units on this side of me, so I'll grab a couple of those. Because this is where the main bulk of the force is going to be, so we bring them there. The cannons are a little bit isolated there, which I don't like.
General Staff reporting.
Bring you into the woods here. Yeah. How are we going to do this? I guess I could get these guys and just get them to stretch out a bit. Maybe that'll work. There we go. Bit of a fudge, but there we go. Okay, good. Let's go. Let's go. Cannons, you may fire when ready. Carcass shot already. We've got the light infantry out here. Doing light infantry things, probably. Or are they not quite in range yet? No. Okay. That's holding them. That's holding them. They're not advancing as quickly as we thought they would. Fire away when you're ready. There we go. Oof. It's devastating, isn't it? Looking down the line, it's just this area that's attacking. They've used the woods to sneak up. Form square. Well, that was terrifying, them watching them come through the woods. Or can they do it in time? Not quite. God, I didn't see them until the last second. That was terrifying. That really was genuinely scary. Right, let's make sure our horse is not too far out the picture. Right, that has been defeated. That first attack. Give them a volley, boys. Cannons.
Our general is under attack.
Is he? Oh god. There we go. Our general's in here. He should be okay. Switch to carcass shot. Right, you. Deploy over here. Get their flank. The cavalry can always charge in a second. These guys are holding, which is good. They've attacked our cannon there. They've been defeated finally. Right, switch to... Didn't do that very well. We should have sent the horse in. We've got some more horse coming in here now. might need to use this cavalry to engage their cavalry. Right, the light infantry are doing their thing, skirmishing and hitting the flanks. Meantime, the cavalry has started to reposition, all falling back. First wave seems to have been defeated, but they'll be back. Right, let's hold the guns temporarily. Oh, I see that cavalry's there. Hold. Sorry. Quickly send these in. I'm going to keep this cavalry here because I want them to protect the guns if they come back for them. There's a lot of cavalry in this next wave. Now, I've got a funny feeling they may come in to attack my cavalry. They have a gun in this new one. They have guns. They have a gun. Do not engage. How many we got there? 45. Cavalry charge against their cavalry. Oh, careful of the spikes. Yes, they tried to run us into the spikes. We kind of just stopped in time. Right, come back. Get them out of there. They've delayed it enough so we can get our forces back into position. Right, how are you guys doing? Been beaten up a little bit. Right, switch the ball. French have deployed their guns, but they're getting some fire from our guns as well. And the French are redeploying. So what we probably do is put some fire on these guns, and then if we hit the horse behind, all the better. Okay, we've got cavalry charging. Form square.
Yes, sir.
Form square. Carcass shot. Hit them.
Artillery. Look out, sir. That one means to kill you.
Sarge, stop bleeding. What are we gonna do?
There you go. That one's been defeated for now. Give them a volley with the cannons. Yes. Well done, boys. Well done. We saw that early enough and we reacted accordingly. Good. Form the line, ready for the troops to come back.
We have killed their general, sir.
Good
now
shooting.
They must break.
Right. Go back to ball and start weakening their defences. Are they going for our general? No, our general is over here in the woods, isn't he? Keeping a grand eye on everything. Good. Ceasefire. Before you get there, we'll... Oh no, come on, horses. Intercept them! There we go. They went the long way round. But they should, hopefully, get the general's bodyguard and finish these guys off. Now that could be a ruse to get our cavalry out of the way. But I think that's them done, isn't it? They're concerned. They're rotating. Right, they've been defeated. Let's get the horse back over here. Might march these two guys up. Now, with support from the light infantry there and the two cavalry units, they're going to attack the gun and that horse position. Good. So they are holding there. We've got two units over here. I'll get them to be careful of the spike fences. I'm going to push on round the back for the guns. Good. Light infantry is attacking that flank. These are holding nicely. Is the artillery still putting some fire down? Yeah, so they got any concerns that they're being attacked from the flank? No, they haven't really. But here we go. The French are moving over here. Alright, redeploy in 2 lines so you can attack these guys coming in. Oh, okay, form square. Okay, those spikes don't harm their own horses, which is good. The guns are now unprotected. Cavalry, go around the back. Right, form line. Finish that unit off. Good, we're holding them. Hopefully there's no more spike traps back here. They're on their own. Good.
Glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Go for a bit of a trot, boys. Pick up the pace. That's a terrible formed line, by the way. Oh, okay. We're sorting that out. That's grand. That's grand. Okay. Didn't have to do anything. They are running. The forces here are near defeat. They're going. Just one more unit. You attack them. You come over here. Got to be careful again of this bloody booby trap fencing. Anti-cavalry fencing, whatever you want to call it. Nice. The guns look to be out. More troops running there. Right. I think all bar this one, the entire French army is in full retreat now. They're going to get picked off by the... Right, this is for the town, isn't it? So let's end the battle, because the Swiss armies around here as well. So there we are, victory! George de Dreyberg, 1,576 troops against Antoine Charles Lassalle. We're 1,928. Obviously we had better quality troops, which makes a huge difference, and we had 3 artillery pieces. We lost 339 troops. They lost 1,895. There are 33 remaining. And those 33 troops will deploy back to Vienna. That's fine. Oh, I was thinking... That was me thinking that we were around Stuttgart. Of course we're not. We're around Venice. Oh, sorry. Mine wasn't thinking. Now, we could also liberate Venice. But, again, this will bring 2,486 monies. So we'll peacefully occupy. And we'll take another territory from the French. We do have a couple of troops. Let's get the barracks repaired. We've got a couple of, ships in the port. So let's just send some cavalry down there to push them out.
Prepare for war. This land
Boom, there we
ours.
go. It's a merchant ship and merchant ship. 2 merchant ships, as we suspected. In here we should have our agent. There we go, Sir Percy. Let's send Sir Percy on to Venice. Okay, hang on, let's just go over there. He may not have the wherewithal to be able to get into the town just yet. But we'll send him over there to start plotting out. And then we've got these 2 French ships sitting in the bay. We can't send the army straight on because we've got the bloody Pope coming to pay us a visit.
In the shadows.
So maybe what we do, as we control the sea, we maybe need to drop a large army here. Although they've got quite an army. We need to sort of maybe hold it here for a while and sort of deal with the Pope, because he could be a real thorn in our side. And yeah, we could capture Rome, and make ourselves head of the Catholic Church, perhaps. As a Protestant, that'll go down well. I'm sure it will. What could possibly go wrong there? Yes, well, we'll see. So there we are. Much intrigue going on. We have captured Milan. We have captured Venice. And our troops are relatively untouched. France is now backed into a corner. They have the area of Venice and the region of Stuttgart, which we are besieging here. They got some Swiss allies, which may come to their aid, but we've got some Prussian allies who we didn't help, but they will probably come to our aid because they are better people than we are. We also have Munich and Bavaria, which is now an independent kingdom, which we could potentially take, but I'm not terribly worried about that at the moment. My biggest concern is the Pope and what he's doing with his papal army, which is marching up here. It's already attacked the Florence, the university city, and our vineyard here. Let's get that repaired. I will put that under repair, even though he'll probably just come back and hit it again. That is going to be our next priority, is to get rid of that army and push the Rome back to some sort of semblance of vassaldom, yes, or at least make them meek enough so they won't have the courage to attack us in future. But yes, Venice is ours. It's quite well built. Not terribly worried about that. We'll let the army recuperate. Over here, the army is looking better, so that's probably the army that will push on. Milan is in pretty okay way anyway. Quite happy with us. So things are looking grand there. Yeah. Lots to do and lots of potential traps to hit us next time. Thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.